Let me ask you something strange. Why do animals sense things we don't? Why do they show up at the exact moment someone needs help, even without a single word spoken? Today on Good Day with Gene, I'm sharing 3 unbelievable real stories. Times when animals became protectors, healers, and tiny heroes, in ways humans still can't fully explain. It began on a quiet night. A woman sat alone on the floor, overwhelmed, exhausted, and ready to give up on everything. She didn't tell anyone how she felt, didn't post online, didn't whisper a word. But her cat noticed. He walked up to her, blocked her hand, rested his head on her chest, and refused to move. She started crying, not because she was sad this time, but because that tiny creature somehow knew she needed saving. The next morning, she said, "He reminded me I mattered, when I couldn't remember it myself." Sometimes hope doesn't roar. Sometimes it meows. Next, picture a teenage boy walking home from school after being bullied, head down, heart heavy, feeling invisible. And then, a stray dog began following him. He tried to shoo it away, but the dog stayed, quiet, gentle, walking step by step beside him, like a bodyguard sent by the universe. That night, the boy told his mom, "I think he protected me. I think he knew I needed someone." The family adopted the dog and later discovered he was once abandoned too. 2 lonely souls met on the road home and ended up saving each other. Our final story is about the cat who waited at the door. There was an elderly man who lived alone after his wife passed away. His family lived far. His neighbors barely saw him. Most days were quiet. Too quiet. But every morning, his cat, Miso, had a routine. She'd sit by the door at exactly 6 a.m., waiting. No one knew why she started doing it. And honestly, neither did he. One morning, Miso suddenly began scratching the door. Loud, desperate, like she was trying to warn him. The man opened it, and at that exact moment, he collapsed. A passerby saw the open door, the cat crying beside him, and called for help. The doctor later said, if someone found him even 10 minutes later, he wouldn't have made it. When he returned home, Miso sat at the door again. Same time, same spot. And that's when he realized the truth. She had been waiting every single morning to make sure he woke up. Some animals don't just love us, they guard us. They stay by the door of our lives, making sure we're still here, even when no one else is watching. So, why do animals sense what humans miss? Science has theories, but real life has proof. They feel energy. They notice the pauses, they understand pain, because many of them have lived it too. And maybe that's why their love feels so pure, so honest, so healing. They aren't just animals. They're reminders that gentleness still exists, that hope still finds us, and that sometimes, the smallest creature in the room has the biggest heart. This is Good Day with Gene. And this is the final chapter of HeartTails. Tomorrow, we begin a brand new story, and trust me, you won't want to miss the twist.